Welcome to the Knoxville Quarterback Club show. I'm Jeff Haygood, and today we're pleased you're with us to honor high school football players and their coaches and those who serve the game of football in our region. We hope you'll enjoy today's speaker. All of us who follow Tennessee football and college football are fired up about what we're going to hear. So sit back and enjoy the show.
About everybody in this room. I think everybody in this room knows a ton about you. They know that you went to Clark Central High School and played at Virginia, and then was a graduate assistant under Jim Donnan, who spoke to us earlier at Georgia, then went to SMU and as a coach, and then to LSU, and then to Miami, and then to Louisiana Tech. And so we're so pleased that you're here, but I thought I'd take a minute to tell you about the greatest group of volunteer fans that there ever was, and that's the people in this room right here. This is the thick and thin group in support of Tennessee football players and those that wear the orange and those that help them do that. This group was founded in the days of General Neyland. Matter of fact, there's some people that are here today that were here when General Neyland was here. That's the truth. So we meet every week. We honor high school players and officials, and we give the Neyland Award away, which we've given to your father and to the great names in college football through the years. But more than anything else, this is the group down in LSU. If you looked over your right-hand shoulder, you saw that big group of people up in the stands or on the left-hand side. That was a lot of quarterback club members. At Georgia, when you looked up and you looked way up on the right-hand side, and then there on the left-hand end zone, that was a heck of a lot of quarterback club members. Matter of fact, we had some people that took a bus and went to LSU and never went home and then went straight to Georgia. That's the truth. Some of them are sitting right here at this table. So that's our club. This is the season ticket holders. This is the supporters. And so we're glad you're here. We hope you'll come back. Welcome. Let's give a great welcome to Coach Derek Dooley.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you all. Have a seat, please. Judging by what we accomplished after the LSU game, I probably should have jumped on the bus with you guys, and the team might have played a little bit better without me. This is a rare occasion for me, I want to tell you. In fact, it's the first time ever that I've spoke in the middle of the season. So this is new to me, and I forgot I had it on my calendar, and when I saw it yesterday, had I known I was going to have to come out here and speak to you guys, I would have made sure we played better on Saturday. So here we are. We find ourselves halfway through the season. Obviously, all the concerns that we had coming into the season of our youth, our inexperience, our depth issues have reared its ugly head on so many occasions in this first half of the season. And so the concerns became realities. They became realities. What we found is that we have a very small margin of error, more than anything, on our football team. Because of all the issues that we're facing, it's imperative that we play a clean game, what I call a clean game. That is a game that doesn't have turnovers, and it's a game that doesn't have costly mistakes and penalties. It's a game that we go out there and play with tremendous competitive spirit, tremendous effort, tremendous toughness. All those elements have to be in place just to give us a chance, And we've shown spurts throughout the season where we've done that. The greatest example, of course, is the way our team competed in Baton Rouge. That gave us a chance right there at the end. We had it in our hands, and we just didn't finish it off. But what we've also seen is when we don't come out with that kind of competitive spirit and we go out and make some critical mistakes, that all of the concerns and the deficiencies that we have on our team really turn into something bad. And that's what happened the other day. Not a good way to compete. I think when you look at some of the positives over the last 6 weeks is we got a bright future. We have a lot of young guys out there playing. In fact, I think never before in the history of the Southeastern Conference have you seen 7 true freshmen out there at the same time on offense, marching all the way down the field, and we get to the 2 and we don't finish it off, and that's what we had the last drive. But I think we're playing about 16 or 18 true freshmen out there. And there's times when we get overmatched and we get overwhelmed. But there's a lot of times out there where we see, man, and when these guys develop and as they keep continuing on and we keep building our roster from the ground up with another great year, that we have a great future. We have a great future here at Tennessee, and I'm excited about it. It makes you excited.
Jesse Smithy from the Knoxville News Sentinel here with the Knoxville Quarterback Club Offensive Player of the Week. It's Taylor Mason from South Doyle High School. Taylor, you accounted for over 200 yards last Friday night, 4 touchdowns, 2 passing, 2 on the ground. You finally got that first win as a starter. What was that like ending a 17-game losing streak?
It was very important to us as a team, and especially our seniors and coaching staff as well. We've worked really hard last season and all summer and this season as well. And I'd like to say our offensive line and receivers really set us up for this great win, and I appreciate it.
You guys got Seymour coming up next. Did that win kind of rejuvenate y'all for the rest of this year to, hey, let's see how many more wins we can get?
Yeah, it did. We've got a really positive attitude. We're not going to look over anybody. We don't think we're any better than we are, and we're just really working hard and really focusing, and that's the key is focus for us.
All right. Taylor, congratulations on the win and being Player of the Week.
Thank you.
And I'm really excited about the reception we're getting in recruiting. I can't speak specifically on recruiting because it's against the NCAA rules, but we have a number of commitments, some quality football players, and we've also taken a time to really put a lot of thought in our evaluation procedure. What kind of players do we want here in our program? What kind of players do we want representing our team? And that's something that's also been a change because we're really trying to build this program from inside out. And when I say that, I'm talking about starting with a 3-hour radius to 5-hour radius from Knoxville where there's a tremendous amount of talent, and then taking into account not just their abilities on the field, not just having great size, speed, and football playing ability, but also with the character, the intelligence, the passion for the game, the academics, all those other things that really make the difference on whether a player performs to his capacity or not. And so that's where we're headed. I've never felt better about the future at a program than I do at what we're doing here. It's a tough time. I know it's a tough time for all of you guys because this is uncharted waters for the University of Tennessee. It's very difficult to be sitting there going, we're 2-4 and we're 0-3, and we got to feel good. I know it is. I can tell you that I'm hurting. I hurt, and I'm trying to win every game, and we're going to try to win every game. Somebody asked me, well, do you just throw in all the freshmen and let's build for the future? Absolutely not. Every week we're going to go in and try to do the best we can to win the football game. We're going to continue to do that. We have a lot of ball ahead of us. We have some great teams that we still have to play, and we need to keep growing and building our players and growing and building our team and growing and building our program. And we're going to do that. We're putting a lot of energy in it, and we know there's going to be setbacks along the way. There always is. But it's not going to kill our enthusiasm, and it's not going to kill our hope for the future. So what I want to do, because this is your luncheon, I don't want to take too much of your time. I'd rather you guys ask me what you want to talk about, and I'll be happy to answer any questions about the team, about the season, about anything going forward. So why don't we say the floor is yours? Yes, sir.
Because you do have so many, let's just take the offensive line, you have so many young players, do you have to each week sort of reintroduce them to how you want their technique to work, and besides the fact of learning the plays for whoever's coming up?
Yeah, it's the real challenge we have as coaches because, there's two components to a play. There's the schematic component, which is kind of the trickery or the design, but then there's that fundamental component of technique, and that's what you're talking about. And generally, the fundamentals are built and developed over time. And the better the fundamentals are, then the more you're able to do schematically. And so with young players on our offensive line, for example, we got 3 true freshmen and 2 sophomores. And essentially all of them are first-year players. So we have to continue to develop them on some of the basics. And so that impedes your ability to really stretch things schematically. It does. And I think what also comes with that is physically they aren't as developed. And we really saw that last week. Georgia is a physically imposing football team. Their record really doesn't reflect their abilities. And up front, we got whipped. Those guys were jarring us, and we were fighting and clawing, but we were just underdeveloped, undermanned, and undermatched up front, and that's what made it tough. So we're going to continue to keep pushing the envelope schematically, but what we can't do is lose sight of the player development that you're talking about, and that's the real challenge we have right now.